That morning, I woke to no sound. No birds, no cars, no footsteps from the upstairs neighbors. Even the heater, which usually coughed itself awake before I did, was silent. I lay still, unsure if I had woken into the world or outside of it. I sat up slowly. The light filtering through the curtain was soft, almost pale blue. It was morning, that much I knew, but it felt like the day was holding its breath, waiting for something. At first, I reached for my phone out of habit. Then I stopped. What was I hoping to find? A message? A reminder? Proof that life was still humming in the background. But the silence, it was asking me to stay with it, just for a little while. I opened the window. The street below, usually buzzing with early commuters and school buses, was empty. Trees stood still, leaves unmoved. It wasn't eerie, not the silence of disaster, but the kind that feels intentional. Like the world had chosen not to speak and wanted me to do the same. I made tea. Not because I needed caffeine, but because the ritual of boiling water, steeping leaves, and holding a warm mug felt like the only thing that made sense. I didn't turn on any lights. I didn't open any apps. I just sat by the window, wrapped in a blanket, and listened. To nothing, and yet to everything. In that soundless morning, I noticed how loud my mind usually was, the spinning of thoughts, the rehearsals of conversations that would never happen, the lists that stacked themselves like unsteady towers. But now, without external noise, they began to quiet too. It felt unfamiliar at first, unsettling even, like standing in an empty room and hearing your own heartbeat. But the longer I sat, the more I understood. The silence wasn't empty. It was full of space, full of questions I hadn't asked, full of answers I'd ignored. I don't know how long I stayed like that. Time passed, I suppose. Light shifted, a cat wandered across the street, a bird eventually called out from a rooftop. But by then, something in me had already shifted. I hadn't solved anything. I hadn't changed the world. I hadn't even made my bed. But I had sat in silence and didn't run from it. And that, for me, was new. There are days now when I wish for that morning to return. Not for its quiet, but for what the quiet made possible. The feeling that the world can pause and I can too, without guilt, without explanation, just because.